I like how we've got Sheldon Cooper in this movie, but yeah, we've got a character in this movie who's a lot smarter than him. That just entertains me and makes me really happy. I don't know why. Hidden Figures. So Hidden Figures stars, and I apologise beforehand if I pronounce any of these names wrong, Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, Janella Monáe, Kevin Costner, Kirsten Dunst, Jim Parsons, Glenn Powell, and Mahershala Ali. I believe that's how you pronounce their names. I apologise if I've mispronounced any of them there. It's based on an incredible untold story about 3 African-American women who work for NASA, who are basically the brains behind one of the greatest achievements in American history of sending astronaut John Glenn orbiting around the Earth. That's all I want to say about the plot of this movie, because that's all the trailer really shows us about this film. Other than that, I knew nothing going into it other than the fact that these 3 ladies worked for NASA and they were one of the main people behind actually getting an astronaut into space while the Soviets were sending satellites and shit up there. It was basically a battle between America and Russia to see who could conquer space first, and I have to say, I had a really good time in this movie. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think that's helped a lot by the 3 main performances. First off, Taraji P. Henson, I really hope that's how you pronounce her name. She was absolutely fantastic in this movie. I've only ever seen her in Empire before this, and maybe a couple of bit parts here and there, but her role in this movie is so much different to the role of Cookie Lyon that she plays in Empire. In Empire, she's a very confident and outspoken woman, but in this movie, she's quite a nervous character. She's very smart though. She's very, very intelligent. In fact, she may be one of the smartest people to ever work for NASA, which is a shame because the time period this movie is set in is set during the time where African Americans were not looked on as equals. And because of that, a lot of people doubted her. A lot of people didn't like her. A lot of people thought that she didn't belong in that room with them. Like, she didn't belong there and couldn't do what they were asking her to do, which was to basically send a man into space. And although quite nervous at first, you do see her grow in confidence as she keeps going because she knows her math is right. She's incredibly good with numbers, and they come to realise that she's the only one who can calculate everything right. And in that, we see characters grow from there, especially Kevin Costner's character. Kevin Costner was brilliant in this movie. I really feel like he's better in the supporting cast roles than he is in lead roles, especially in recent years. And you do see that at first he's a bit unsure to have her there, but as the movie goes on, they start to form some sort of bond. Not a very strong bond, it's not a pivotal part of the movie, but he begins to realise that she is a person, that she can do all the things that even some of his people can't, and that the colour of someone's skin doesn't matter. Although that arc isn't as clear as I would have liked it to have been, it is still there, it is still present, and Kevin Costner did a really good job in this movie. You also have the other 2 girls. First off, Octavia Spencer, who I thought was great. She's desperate for this supervising role, but again, because she's African American, she can't seem to get there. There are things stopping her due to the fact that she has a different skin colour to others. So my favourite character in this entire movie, without a doubt, is Janella Monáe. I really hope that's how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry if it's not. She definitely brought the most laughs to this movie. She was quite a sassy character. She had a lot of mouth to her. She was very confident, but also knew her place due to the fact that she was African American in this time, but also knew how to fight without getting herself into trouble. Even though there were a lot of things that she wanted to say, she held back from them. Other actors in this movie did a really good job as well. Kirsten Dunst I thought was really good in this movie, as was Glenn Powell. Mahershala Ali has a bit of a romance with Taraji P. Henson's character. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And admittedly, although the romance was good, they had good chemistry together on screen. That's where the first flaw for this movie comes in, because I feel like they could have focused a little bit more on their relationship. It seemed a little rushed, and at a certain point in the movie, something happens, and I'm not entirely sure as to how much time has passed. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a good few months, but it isn't entirely clear in that. Another issue I have with this movie is Jim Parsons. Now, I love Jim Parsons. I think he's an incredible actor. I think he's very talented, but he seems wasted in this movie. I feel like they only had him in this movie to give judgmental looks towards Taraji P. Henson's character. It was pretty much just another arsehole that was working in the same place as her, judging her for being there, who was also doing calculations to send a man into space. I felt like he was wasted, and to be honest, he could have been played by anyone, and I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. It would have made no difference to the movie. I also feel like the pacing is a little bit off in this movie. There are a few times where the pacing does drop at a certain point, but it doesn't come to a sudden stop. It does pick up again in a couple of minutes, and the story itself is interesting enough to keep you invested in what's going on. But there were just a couple of times, not many, but a couple where I felt this was dragging on a little bit. Overall, guys, I had a really good time with this movie. It's well directed, it's well written, the cinematography is good, the score's really good, the music they used in certain scenes worked, the acting was great, especially by the 3 lead girls, and I feel like this is a story that everyone needs to hear about, at least, because it is an incredible story about 3 African American ladies who basically in this time had no rights whatsoever. They had nothing. They had nothing but their families and friends to support them, and it's incredible to see how they fought through this racism and sexism and basically aid in one of America's greatest historical moments and send a man into space. And so, for all of that, I'm going to give Hidden Figures 4 stars. So, Hidden Figures, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.